Hello people, a bit of a different video today. I've decided to start showcasing some of my builds for PvP. Like some of them have been tried out in Arena. If I have tried them out in Arena, I'll try and include footage of me using it in Arena. But for the most part, I'll be sat in Spell Lab. There's a few theoretical ones as well that I haven't used in Arena. Because I either haven't got the spells together or I had a better build or I just hadn't thought of it yet. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so early game, there isn't really much you can do. The fights are always going to be pretty much the same, chipping away at each other with relatively weak stuff. So yeah, one of the first things, obvious thing, your bomb wand has really good stats for rapid fire but really bad mana, so most people will use it in the first round, I find, but they'll also back it up with a second wand. So maybe that and that so it wraps, or that would be a better wrap, but it probably costs more mana. So for those of you who don't know, wrapping is the principle that a projectile modifier needs a projectile to modify, so if you put it at the end of a wand, it wraps around and grabs the first spell it can find, effectively increasing the fire rate of the wand at the cost of mana, as opposed to that. It's actually pretty good with that. Bit of range. It'll work with other stuff like a double spell for less mana. Oh no, they're both 0 mana, okay. So you would have that, or maybe that. Yeah, now that's eating away at the mana, as you see. So there's your long range, and there's your short range. So yeah, other than that, you're not really going to have much in the way of ways to do damage. If you see a tablet, buy it. They do a load of damage. I have a theory about tablets I'd like to test as well. I need someone to throw a tablet at me, and I'm just going to tap E and see if I can pick it up before I take damage. I think that might be a good little technique. But yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, things get more interesting. Everyone gets more spells, better wands. But yeah, off the top of my head, that's all the stuff I can think of just for the early game. Okay, so Vacuum Field is incredibly strong on its own. You know, you just have to shoot near them and it will draw them into the center. It seems to do, I think it does damage on its own. I think I've one-shotted with just Vacuum Field before. But it pulls players into walls and things. And they're stuck there for a second until the game deletes a few pixels. As you can see here, I'm using horizontal barrier, well, all the barriers on it, because all the pixels of that all get instantly drawn into the center, so everything hits the player at once. It does thousands of damage. And I think this is all happening too quick for stuff like Teleportitis and Teleportitis dodge to activate. I've definitely used this against Ash in a few fights, so I will dig them up and play them now. This isn't a good map for me.
No,
Really.
I'm trapped.
Can you clip that, please?
Yeah, not much to clip. Me just being.
Back in fields. Yep.
Oh, you got me. I'm in the wall. Why am I in the wall?
Lol.
Oh. I'm out. Oh,
You stay where the fuck you are, sir, and die.
Oh, I died. I died in a wall.
That's strong as shit. I heard this spell was strong, so I misrepresented my strength at the beginning of this match. I apologize to the referees. Alright, so teleport attack wands. I'm a bit reluctant to explain this one because I'm the only one I see doing a particular kind of attack teleport wand. And it's kind of my secret sauce. It does very well. Like, AP has countered it a few times. I'll talk about that. But really, what you can see right now is I'm just trying to make a rapid fire teleport wand. And I actually quite like the heavy spreads for that because they reduce the cast... excuse me. They reduce the cast delay, and they make you sort of scatter about the place. You're no longer going in a straight line, so you're sacrificing like your efficiency of movement for a pretty epic dodge. Like, you become very, very hard to hit when you're zipping about like I am right now. So that's the foundation of it, and then you want to start incorporating projectiles into it. So you're moving along and shooting at the same time. And we'll start to see that in a bit. If we don't, I'll speed up. I'll fast forward through the video. But right now, yeah, I'm just trying to find that balance between, like, being able to actually go where you want to and, yeah, like that. Come on. You're not hitting that. You're not hitting that. And then auto-aim, like, the jury's out for me on auto-aim. I think in Arena, especially in the competitive settings, where the barrier is constantly decreasing, yeah, it's fairly strong. Mana hungry. Until I do that. So yeah, now I'm just like an anime character with a laser sword. Yeah, I think auto-aim for Arena is probably better, because it will just make you lock onto one person until they're dead, which will take a few seconds with that damage output. And then you'll just instantly start auto-aiming at the next person. You know, you're completely sacrificing as a travel one. Say they're behind a wall and you need to get around the level to get to them. It's just going to make you focus on the wall. But you could put like a long distance cast on it and get through the wall. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, at its most simple, and you can get something like this together pretty early in the game. I mean, it's going to be mana hungry because you're making it so rapid fire. Now, right now, I appear to just be lagging the game out. But yeah, this is a strong foundation, and then you're just going to sort of add projectiles to it. So like, I wouldn't normally go Lumi, I wouldn't normally try and hug them like that, but I'm just kind of showing the basic principle here. But this can get a lot stronger, this build. And here is a little demo of that build against some enemies. It's very fun. So I'm using the auto-aim there. I do think that's going to be good for PvP. Because, you know, the heavy spreads are making you sort of deviate away from them a little bit and moving around them. So you are dodging and then instantly coming back in for the attack. Like, many, many times per second. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, so here, we've got pretty much the same setup I just showed you, but I've added a projectile to it. Bubbles. I have had mixed success with bubbles. I like how long they stay in the air. You know, you can put a damage field on them. You can extend their lifetime. So I'm just looking for a heavy spread because it's going to speed everything up. It's going to give me that erratic teleport that I like having for such a build. As you can see, you're all over the place. Like, you don't really have much control over where you go. On certain maps, that will get you killed. Or on any map, if the duration has gone on long enough, because the barrier is going to be so small. So yeah, auto-aim, as I said previously, probably a good move for such a build. It's going to mess up your travel aspect, but by the end of a match, there isn't really that many places to go. And yeah, it works fairly well. This isn't the strongest version of this build I've ever made, though. I will explain that in a moment. Maybe right now I'll show you some examples of me using the bubble teleport in a match. Please forgive the Dragon Ball noises, they're customary. Here we fucking go.
Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby. Ah! Ah! You killed me.
I'm everywhere, baby.
What is happening?
I did alright. I killed Sonobeers. I got like 2 kills that round. That was fun. I'm not letting go left click until someone's dead. Someone's dead. Someone's dead.
I died. He's just everywhere with that bubble gun.
Oh, I went into the red.
He is everywhere with that bubble gun.
So yeah, as you can see, it's on an open map like that, I do wind up just teleporting out of the boundaries and dying. With auto aim, you know, I would have stuck to enemies more, but those enemies, they do a lot of damage, so I kind of, if I'm going to stick to an enemy, I kind of need to kill them before they can kill me, and you are going to take damage, so I don't know, the jury's out on auto aim. I will experiment with it a bit more. Alright, you're about to see me add my favourite spell to this build, Chain Bolt. In competitive settings, most homing, you know, homing modifiers, homing perks are disabled. So this means that spells that have natural homing, like Pollen or Chain Bolt, they become very valuable. I mean, I've done Chain Bolt spam that isn't teleport, and it's just, there's no defense. Even at the end of the game, when everyone's got thousands of hit points, you can just cut through people like they're nothing. Now, I'm using True Orbit on it here. I don't know how much better that makes it, but I do like the trail it gives you. I don't know. Makes me feel like an anime character. Again. It just looks good. It's visually overloading, like your opponents will be confused by it. I think it helps. I've never really done any testing, but the orbit, obviously the chain bolt around you orbiting is still leaping in steps, so it's not like you just come into contact with your enemy and it hits them every time. But yeah, this is my secret sauce. Some of the coolest ones I've ever made have used this as sort of a template. And there isn't really much you can do. Like, the counter that AP used against me was spells to acid. And it didn't really do much damage to me, but it did completely shut me down. Like, it just stopped my bullshit from working. I go from zipping about all over the place to just stood there having to worry about the acid. I think, spells to Giga Saw Blades would probably do more damage, or spells to nuke. Spells to nukes might just crash the game, depending on how many projectiles are flying. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'll share some examples now.
Oh, shit.
Get away from me.
What is that?
It's everything, all at once. You have to come to me, my friend.
At the same time. No, I will not. Oh, oh God. Oh, the saving grace, save me. Ah!
I had that too. Wow. That works really well.
Yeah.
Here's my build for YouTube. Here's my build for YouTube.
Rick, look at me. Oh, I died. I don't know how.
This is the prettiest wand I've ever made. It's like fireworks.
Oh, chippy chippy choppa choppa.
Look at it. It's beautiful. It's magnificent.
And it works very well.
Okay, this will be the final clip. Thanks for watching if you got this far. So this is AP shutting down the build you just saw with spells to acid. I do feel like it's the weaker of all the spells to X to counter this, but all of them will. Like, if the goal is to just get me to stay still for a second, like, then yeah, spells to X. Convert all my teleport bolts into a spell that I'm then stuck by, like Death Crosses or Giga Sword Blades would do well. I'd be interested to see spells to nukes, but as I said earlier, I reckon that's just going to crash the game. Anyway, enjoy.
Whoa. Whoa.
He used it. He did the thing. He did the meme. Things to acid. Oh, I just done myself a 400 hit points. Okay, I need to stop doing that. You can stop me in my tracks. That's really cool. Really cool.
I'm in the red.
Where are you?
I'm dying of red.
GG, well played, man.